This is the items that sell every day, and the material, the gaskets, are very important too, because these are really thick. See how thick that is compared to some of the stock ones that come from the factories. So sometimes the manufacturers don't use the best gaskets, but if it's thicker than stock and you can measure it with a caliper, it helps a lot. So you know, I tell the dealers to stock all the different types of exhaust gaskets and or the valve covers or the headers, and it's very difficult to convince them to do so. But it is a must-have item for the shops. I mean, this one's paper, but something like this is really thick. That's like extra thick. Yeah, that's is it asbestos? Is it asbestos? Oh wait, man.
Sort of material.
It's like a material, yeah. Anything that won't melt, anything that won't break. The metal ones tend to do pretty well as well. So that's a must-have item. Everybody should have a little rack like this in their repair center. Another must-have item for the scooter shop are bearings. Bearings are extremely important, and being that there's so many European, Korean, Japanese scooters out there, even the Chinese, they all use different bearings. For some reason, there'll be the 6301, then there'll be the 63RS, 63ZZ, 6301 SS, and they look exactly the same. Some are going to have the bearings exposed, some are going to have seals on them, and the only difference is going to be one tiny little letter. For example, here's a 6301, here's a 6203, and we have hundreds of them. They come by the roll, or we sell them individually to the stores. And last I checked, we got more bearings than any scooter company in the US. There's over 100 variety of bearings in our bearing section. So all we really need is when you grab the original Chinese scooter, on the side of the scooter, there's going to be a little, on the side of the bearing, there's going to be a little marking, and it's going to say 6201. Then what you need to do is order the 6201. That's going to be the size you want to order, whether it's a 6200 or a 62RS. There's so many different types of bearings. I can't even stress. QJ alone, which is one of the suppliers that supplies Vento and 50 different factories, just QJ alone has like 20 or 30 different bearings for all their different scooters out there. And we have a lot of bearings. This is our bearing section, and it is packed from little tiny ones all the way to really, really big ones. I mean, we got it. You name it. When it comes to bearings, just give us a call. We're more than happy to help you and to find that really exotic bearing that nobody else has. If there's a place that has it, it's us. So make sure to have your dealership call us here at MRP. We're wholesale only, but we will help that store find that exotic bearing that you're looking for. Okay, I'm going to follow up. I put a video on gaskets, and I ended up getting an email question on gaskets. This is the MRP GY6 exhaust gasket, which, we're talking millimeters here, is only like half a millimeter thicker, in some cases a little bit more, than the stock GY6 exhaust gasket. Guess what? We have both of them in our warehouse, and if you want a double-sided or a thicker gasket, we sell them. We also sell the standard OEM GY6 that found in many of the Chinese scooters and Taiwanese scooters. We prefer the double size one, which is a little reinforced, a little bit harder. We also have some made out of complete metal, not just asbestos material. But this is the thing, some of the bolts and some of the studs are a little bit smaller, and if you put a thicker gasket on it, you're not going to have it clamped down as well as with the thinner one. So make sure you check to see how long they are before you use double-sided or thicker gaskets. Just something to keep in mind. And you can order these, the reinforced ones, or the metal ones, from your local dealership, visiting our website, mrp-p.com. And just let us know which gasket you need. There are also other configurations just to keep in mind. We sell something like 4 different types. They look the same, but the holes might be like over here or over here, and you know, they might be GY6Bs or the liquid cooled or the CF Motos. So make sure you check with us before ordering, because not all the gaskets are the same. And of course, as you can see, some of them are thicker than the other ones. We're looking at these Vespa gaskets. We have more gaskets than anybody in the world, I think. This is crazy how many Vespa gaskets we got. These are Piaggio, OEM. They have oil seals and gaskets like crazy. So if you definitely need a strange size like a TNG oil seal, you got them. You have Vespa one, 32 by 52 by 5, we got them. What's that one?
31 by 62.5 by 4.3.
Got a ton of oil seals. Look at this. We have 200 plus right here. These are for definitely for these are working Vespas, the 27 by 47s. Ton of oil seals, and of course carburetors. The PX carburetors we got on Spaco, a bunch of them. So if you need some carburetors, new parts, we definitely have these in stock. Make sure you give us a buzz. And you got the parts.